Okay, I think we will get started. So thank you everybody for joining. My name is Jenny Greensmith and I am a essential oil user and educator. I'm super passionate about healthy living, and it is my goal to educate people on the opportunity. And then once you have that education, you can decide if it is something that makes sense for you. So I just want to start out by a disclaimer saying that I'm not a vet. I am not an animal technician of any kind, but to support this event tonight, I did a lot of research and I talked to a lot of people who are more educated than I am with regards to this area, so that I could give you the most accurate and up-to-date information. So I also want to start by saying that all essential oils on the market are not the same. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about that in the event today. I do have a separate video on my YouTube channel if you're interested on the difference between the products, but every bit of information that I'm going to give tonight is about Young Living oils only. I would not use any other oil on the market other than Young Living for various reasons. So please feel free to watch the video on my YouTube channel. The difference between brands is what it's called, something along those lines, on my YouTube channel to find out more information. So there are also many holistic vets in the world, in the country, that use essential oils, Young Living essential oils in their practices. So essential oils are, I'll say Young Living essential oils are safe for use with pets. And we use essential oils for physical, for emotional, for mental support. And that is how you can absolutely use Young Living essential oils with your pet as well. I have a friend, I made them a lavender linen spray to help with sleep. And he had a new puppy and he was at his wit's end to try and get his puppy to go to sleep. So he started to use the lavender linen spray on his dog and noticed a huge absolute difference in being able to calm his dog before bed. So that's an example. I have another friend who uses Young Living essential oils, specifically Northern Lights Black Spruce, to calm their animal during thunderstorms. So whenever there's a thunderstorm coming, then they will put on Northern Lights Black Spruce and have had great success calming their animal. So Young Living essential oils can be used for therapeutic purposes, physical ailments, or emotional supports for your pets. The thing is that most animals are more sensitive to essential oils than humans are. One, they're smaller, and the other thing is the number and the density of hair follicles per square inch. So they have, the more hair follicles per square inch, the higher the rate of absorption of the essential oil. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Extra caution should be taken when you're using essential oils with pregnant pets, nursing pets, pets with kidney or liver damage, epilepsy, high blood pressure. So very similar to humans. You just need to be aware and be cautious on using essential oils with those pets. So today we're going to talk about two different ways to use essential oils with your pets, and also some recipes and some tricks on how to use the oils with your pets as well. So first we're going to talk about diffusing. So I have my diffuser going here, of course. So the best thing to do when you're starting with pets is to go low and go slow. So start with 1 to 2 drops only, and wait for about 5 to 10 minutes to get a sense of if your pet likes that oil or not. So positive signs that your pet would like that oil are continued smelling, licking, lip licking, moving closer to the diffuser, calming or relaxed behavior. Signs your animal may be overwhelmed include excessive yawning, leaving the room, drooling, squinting, rubbing their face, vocalization. And if any of that occurs, all you need to do is turn your diffuser off and open the window and just move the diffuser away from your pet. It's okay. Now, when you're diffusing, also, you want to make sure that you leave the door open. And that allows your pet to roam freely in and out of the room. Never place the diffuser near the water or the food bowl. And also, you want to avoid diffusing the same essential oil all day, every day, excessively over a long span of time. So you want to just make sure you switch it up. Also really important that you use a water-based diffuser. So this here is a water-based diffuser, and what that means is an essential a diffuser that you have to add water, and you add the essential oils to that. So versus the Aromalex diffuser, where it takes the essential oils right out of the bottle, just a little bit stronger. So just stick with the water-based diffuser. And it's also, you want to be cautious if you're using hot oils and an excessive amount of citrus oils. So I'll go through that list in a moment. But again, Young Living essential oils, very safe to diffuse with your pet and very beneficial. Essential oils can also be used topically. So just as a human, it can be used on the body, on the skin. Do not use essential oils topically with your pet if you're using a topical medication or dermal patch, including topical chemical flea or tick prevention. So make sure you're not using the oils topically then. So to use the oils topically, you don't want to put the essential oil right on the fur of the pet. You want to put it in your hand and then rub your hands together and then pet your animal. So that's called the petting method. And we're going to talk about the dilution rate a little bit. Obviously, if you rub your hands together longer, it's absorbed more in your skin and less will go on the animal. If you rub your hands just gently together and start to pet, more will go on the animal. So obviously cats self-groom, they groom themselves. So there will be a little bit of absorption, ingestion of the essential oil potentially. But again, if you use the right oils and if you use Young Living essential oils, then there is no harm or no worry on that. You don't want to use the oils in or near the eyes, in the ears, in the mouth, or in the genitals of your animal. And it's really important, especially when you're starting, that you use specific dilution ratios. So for dogs less than 25 pounds, you want to use 1 drop of essential oil to 4 drops of carrier oil. A carrier oil could be an olive oil or something like that. So 1 drop of essential to 4 drops in your hand, rub it, and then you could pet your pet. Dogs 26 to 50 pounds, 1 drop of oil to 3 drops of carrier oil. 51 to 75 pounds, 1 drop of oil to 2 to 3 drops of carrier oil. 76 to 100 pounds, 1 drop of oil to 1 to 2 drops of carrier oil in your hand, mix it up. And a dog over 100 pounds, 1 to 1. 1 drop carrier oil, 1 drop essential oil. Adult cats, 1 drop essential oil to 4 to 5 drops carrier oil. And young small cats, 1 drop of essential oil to 4 tablespoons of carrier oil. So again, that's not going to be very much. So you mix it in your hand and use the petting method. Oils that are not safe for topical use. So you don't want to use these oils topically. These are the hot oils that I was talking about. So these are what you want to avoid. Cinnamon, nutmeg, thyme, spearmint, dill, clove, fennel, oregano, rosemary, wintergreen, cassia, tea tree, peppermint, mountain savory, and basil are the ones that you want to avoid topically. And the ones that you want to avoid in excess use, they're okay in small bits, are the citrus oils. So the lemon, the tangerine, bergamot, lime, grapefruit, orange. So again, in small doses, those are fine. Now, the oils that are most often used topically for cats and dogs, I'm going to walk through them right now and how they are used. So Copaiba is one, and that's used for bruising. So again, just as you would use it for a human, it can be used for bruising and soreness on small animals. If you need to put it on a small spot on your animal and the petting method isn't going to work, there's a couple things you can do. You can make a spray and spray it right on your animal, or you could use a Q-tip. If you're spraying it, obviously make sure you cover their eyes and nose and mouth and such when you're spraying, but there's just different ways to apply. Exodus 2 is really good for infection and inflammation and promotes tissue regeneration. Helichrysum, it's a topical anesthetic and good for neurological conditions with your animals. Idaho Tansy, it's one of the most versatile oils for animals, purifying, cleansing, tissue regenerating. It's anti-inflammatory, anesthetic, and it's used for bruised bones, cuts, and wounds, and it also repels flies. So it's very versatile. Lavender, as we've said many times, very calming for sleep or for thunderstorms or travel. It's also effective against ringworm, and it desensitizes a wound. Melrose for disinfecting and cleansing wounds and accelerates the healing of wounds. So that's what Melrose can be used for. Mountain Savory, reducing inflammation. Myrrh is good for infection, inflammation, and promoting tissue regeneration. Ocotillo is good for bruising and soreness on large animals, and it's the oil of choice for diabetes. Ortho Ease is a pain reliever, anti-inflammatory. So as you're getting the sense, just as we use essential oils for ourselves, they can also be used on your pet, okay? Purification, it's more effective than using iodine or hydrogen peroxide for washing and cleansing wounds. It also repels ticks and mites. Roman chamomile, good for tissue regeneration and desensitizing wounds. Thieves is good for inflammation, infection, and bacteria. Valerian and vetiver are used internally and externally for controlling pain. So that's so some of the oils you might have on your shelf that you can use specifically on your pets for benefits as well. Now, because Young Living is a wellness company, it's not just an essential oil company, they have a whole line of animal sense products. So I'm just going to talk very briefly about those, but then I'm going to talk about some recipes and things that you can make that would benefit your animal. So before we start, anytime that you purchase something from the Animal Sense, as in SCENTS, Animal Sense line, a portion of all the proceeds support Vital Ground, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to protecting the habitat of grizzly bears and other wild roaming wildlife. So they do put a lot of money back into wildlife on the purchase of these products. So there is something called an Animal Sense ointment that you can buy, and it's a protective cell for external use on animals. It's used for healing minor external ailments such as cuts, scrapes, wounds, skin irritation, and bug bites. Excellent for pressure sores on aging pets and lick granulomas that can result from constant licking and chewing of the skin. So if you have that issue with your pet, that might be a good choice for you. Animal Sense shampoo, which is obviously all chemical-free, toxin-free, all clean products, which you want to use on your pet. Animal Sense cat treats, again, all natural. Animal Sense dental pet chew, all natural, toxin-free, all of the good stuff, which I've talked about in all my other videos. I'm really good for dental oral health. Now there's 5 specific essential oils in the Animal Sense. So 3 of them kind of work in combination: Infect Away, Mend Well, and Pure Clean. And it's really for skin repair and skin barrier and healthy skin on your animals. So that's the 3 that work together, or you can buy them individually. There's another oil called Paragize, which helps to promote healthy digestion within your animal. So if you have an animal that has some digestion issues, that might be a good oil for you. And TOA, which is a soothing scent for your animal. It supports emotional and joyful feelings. Now, this is interesting. That oil is so popular that you can only buy 1 bottle a month because the demand is so high. So they only allow you to buy 1 bottle per month. Now, the other thing that I'll talk about is chemical-free living, which I'm obviously very passionate about, and Thieves. And there are so many ways that you can use the Thieves products on your animals as well. So all-purpose cleaner is safe for use with animals, including cats, dogs, horses, cows, chickens, birds, and exotics. You can use those, a Thieves all-purpose cleaner on that. And then it keeps you and your animal, of course, away from harsh chemicals. So allergies are the most common claim made with pet insurance, and exposure to chemicals is one of the major component in the root cause of pet allergies. So exposure to chemicals, obviously Thieves all-purpose cleaner eliminates a huge portion of that within the confines of your home. So exposure to chemicals can lower your animal's immunity, and it can create multi-chemical hypersensitivities as well. So animals are even more vulnerable to toxins than we are as humans for several reasons. One, they're smaller in size, and the smaller you are, the more at risk you are. They walk barefoot both indoors, so they're getting everything that's in your home, and all the cleaners that are on your floor are being absorbed into your animal, and they're also outdoors. They spend a majority of their time close to or lying on the floor. So this exposes them to every chemical that you have on the floor. Floor cleaners, lawn chemicals, car fumes that settle on asphalt, so they're more exposed to that. And they also spend 80 to 100%, depending on your animal, of time indoors. And we know that our indoor environment is 5 to 7 times more toxic than our outdoor environment now. So if you really think about it, we always talk about chemical-free living for ourselves, but it can have an absolute huge impact for your pet as well. They're also more sensitive to scent, especially synthetic fragrances. So if you do have the Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner, the concentrated one, there's different ways that you can use it for your pet. Obviously, you can clean your entire home. And even if you're not on the chemical-free bandwagon, buying Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner is cheaper than buying all the cleaning products in the store. So you actually save money. So even if you're not on the chemical-free bandwagon yet, Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner is cheaper than buying your cleaning products in the store. So just keep in the back of your mind. So Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner can be used for cleaning your home, which reduces chemicals for you and your pet. You can actually use it to cleanse cuts, wounds, and scrapes. I always tell the story that I had a friend who her husband wasn't feeling well, so she said, take some Thieves. And what she meant was the drop of Thieves from the Thieves bottle, but he took the Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner and drank it. And it was absolutely fine because it's plant-based, it's healthy. So he actually didn't get sick. And it's something that you can absolutely ingest without becoming ill. So you can use it for cleansing cuts, wounds, and scrapes, scrubbing chin acne, which is common in new cats. It's good for foot baths for cats and dogs that suffer from environmental allergies, infected nail beds, interdigital cysts, and inflamed or swollen pads. So you can make a middle foot bath with the Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner in it. And for your pet, it's good for flea and skunk odor baths. If you get sprayed, you can add it to your laundry with lemongrass essential oil to kill fleas. It's good for removing pet stains and accidents in your house, of course, and cleaning your food, the food dish or the water dish of your animal, because whatever you clean that with, your animal's going to ingest, right? So it's a healthier choice. Now, the really cool thing that I learned when I was talking and researching for this class is that seedlings products, so baby products, the Young Living baby product lines is safe for animals. Brilliant. It's gentle enough for puppies, kittens, cats, dogs, horses, and of course it's toxin and chemical free. So the wipes that you can buy, which are baby wipes, which you can also just buy to, have handy in your bag or in your purse if you want, as chemical-free wipes. You can clean face and you can clean skin rolls in breeds like pugs. You can wipe down feet in winter, or paws in winter to remove salts. You can wipe down the paws for dogs that suffer from environmental allergies after walks to prevent bringing the allergens into the home. And you can wipe messy bums, and you can wipe the outdoor or the outside of ears. So again, very gentle enough for babies, toxin, chemical free. You can use it on your pets. Baby wash, bathing, and gentle enough for sensitive areas. It's good for overweight and elderly pets that need help cleansing themselves. So it's safe to clean your animal that way. The linen spray. So I've talked about this already. It's soothing and relaxing atmosphere. It's very calming. So people use it to spray their dog beds. You can also spray it in your car if your pet doesn't like to travel, in the trailer, in a pet carrier, or on bedding before travel, fireworks, thunder. It's super effective. Lavender, this linen spray specifically, but you can also make your own with lavender. Young Living only is safe for pets. Essential oil in Northern Lights Black Spruce is another option for calming. An idea if you have a cat for kitty litter, buy unscented kitty litter. Add 1 to 3 drops of an essential oil to 1 cup of baking soda and let it sit in there. Store it in a glass jar to marinate for a few hours and just shake it every once in a while. And then you sprinkle a small amount into the kitty litter and then mix it up. And you want to provide a separate kitty litter box just in case your cat doesn't like that. It still has the option. But once you're sure that they're okay with this, then you can remove the other kitty litter box. And a couple ideas, Copaiba, it can help with arthritis pain, if you want to put that within your kitty litter. Digize can help with intestinal upset. Frankincense can have potentially have anti-cancer benefits. Frankincense is great for a million different things. So that's another option. So another thing that you can make is a dog spray. So now that we're getting into outdoor walking season for fleas, mosquitoes, flies, and ticks. So you can make a spray for your dog. So I would take an 8-ounce glass bottle, it has to be a glass bottle, and put 10 drops of lemongrass, cedarwood, peppermint, and lavender, each, 10 drops of each, 5 drops of citronella and geranium. Geranium is the one that's really good for ticks. This can also be used on humans. Fill the rest with water and shake well, and then just spray your dog before you go out. Make sure, again, you cover the eyes and nose because you don't want them to ingest it that way. And spray. You can add, for increased effectiveness, you can add a teaspoon of castor oil or 3 tablespoons of raw apple cider vinegar, or 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. So the other thing that I want to share is there is a book, if you're really interested in this and interested in learning more, this is the Essential Oil Desk Reference Guide. It has a whole chapter on animals, but there's actually another book that exists that's called the Animal Desk Reference Guide. So if you're really interested, there's a whole book that's this thick, bound, that's really only focused on how to use essential oils for your animals. So if you're interested in that, look it up, the Animal Desk Reference Guide. So in summary, essential oils are safe for your pet. As I said at the beginning, this is I am only speaking of Young Living essential oils. If you want to know the difference between the companies, check out the video on my YouTube page to view that. They have huge benefits for us, so take those benefits for your pets as well, and consider the environment of which your pet is living as well. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.